Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 201. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on July 20th, 2025. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, where the chickens were also greeting us. Maybe our elk will too. Is he here? Is he still here? He is still here. Very cool. Well, hello again to all of you, and hello to Momud for joining us this morning. Harry Chaselnuts, the seraph name. Yeah. Yeah. Reading comprehension, not the greatest this morning. My goodness. Hey, Ryuga. Welcome. Oh, and our good buddy Nightbot is here. So, today I have a very brief odds and ends thing to cover, and then we have our very, very short list of things to do, which is very short because the thing to do is very long. Very, very long, because it'll be more than one episode or one stream. So, short list of things. One is that I have decided to try out the toggle sneak mod. So my hand is off the keyboard. We are sneaking. That makes me a happy camper. My pinky gets so tired. And I imagine I will forget that I have this mod on. But hopefully I'll get used to it and I won't die too many times. I did use this setting on the other block game, because that has it built right in to the system, the vanilla game. So maybe I'll get used to it again and it will be second nature. Second thing is, and I haven't looked at this one yet, but we look up, say, I don't know, bricks. Now let's do Ashlar. We should. There we go. Yes, so we can click this now, I think. And if we had it in our inventory, it should pop up here. I have the inventory, improved inventory mod on our improved handbook mod that should let us quick craft a lot of stuff if we're making, like, you know, lots of Ashlar. I have no idea why Ashlar came to mind. No idea at all. Alright. It'll also take from chests, Calcimar. Very good to know. Very good to know. So, the one and only thing on my to-do list today, which might actually not be as ambitious as I'm thinking, just because of how flat it is. Did I just see a temporal... Yeah, a temporal piece of sand just decided to drop. Alright. I don't like that. I don't like that. We're going to work on the Plaza. And yes, if you weren't here for the chore stream, we did spend the entire chore stream making Ashlar and expanding the Plaza up here. We went through, I believe it was... There's more temporal sand. That's uncomfortable. We went through, I think, like 3 or 4 of the giant slabs of sandstone, and we still have like an 1/8 of it to go. It was so painful. It was so painful. And the scope of this build is just really hitting me now. Although conversely to what you might expect, it's actually exciting me because that means we still have a lot of time to watch this grow as we build it. I also had a bit of a think. Had a bit of a thinky thought. And that is the staircase here. Now, an inside spiral staircase it's doable. And then someone had suggested, and actually this was in line with my original idea, was to like actually build the staircase into the wall, maybe by doing like a 2-block thick wall, and then carving our way up the staircase. Do you know? Come here, closer. There you go. Do you know how much time that would take? Do you know how much time that would take to chisel all that? Now, I love you guys, and I love doing this, but I don't know that we'd be able to chisel that in a time frame that's realistic. In part because this wall is meant, and maybe it won't, but I don't know, it's meant to taper slightly as we go, further complicating that chisel process. So it wouldn't be a simple matter of chiseling like one stair and then just, you know, pantographing it the whole way up. Also because there's a, you know, a curve. So I don't think that's going to be realistic. But then I was thinking about this design here. Let me look at it from this side where the actual doorway is. This design here leaves, I think, something to be desired if we don't do anything in the center of the room. So we could put something here. Some, I don't know, fountain or sculpture or just, you know, another garden thing. But I don't want, and maybe I'll rethink this, but I don't currently want there to just be a giant blank nothingness in the middle of the tower the whole way up. Maybe we could do something cool where we have like balconies that kind of come in kind of close to the center to sort of chew up some of that open air space. But I was thinking we could do something where we instead take stairs that kind of come up here like this. And once they get to this little cornery bit here, oh right, I'm crouching now, haha. I see, I already forgot. We could then do a staircase that goes, assuming I'm at the middle here, I think it's right about here actually. So here's the middle. We could do a staircase that goes up to the center there, and then has a landing, sort of like floating in the middle here, with glass blocks to let sunlight go from up there all the way through here. This will all become glass blocks and shining down into the temple's center. And yes, balconies of trees are still in the idea, or in the build idea hazard. So that's definitely a thing. But I was thinking like a landing here, and then once you get to the landing, then the stairs radiate outward in the cardinal direction. So the stairs would come from the middle here-ish to up there. And that way you have, you know, plenty of open air space without it feeling too empty. And without feeling, at least in my mind, without it feeling that it would be too contrived of a filler. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. We'll try it with like basic blocks first. See if we like the general design. I'll just use dirt, you know. And then if we don't like it, we tear it down and try something else. Not a big deal. Well, let's see. I missed some chat here. Who else is here today? We have. Did I say hi to Sidicius yet? I don't know. Hi, Sidicius. We got Stepburger and Hazard 151. Welcome, welcome. TL Forever 262. If I start now, it'll be done sooner. Yes, it will be. Ooh, yes, and a hanging garden. Yeah, we would definitely have like gardens and things. Maybe even some vines hanging down from that central stairwell landing. And a chandelier. Chandeliers can be hard to work into the build because chandeliers are a single block, and we have an even numbered wide build here. So we need to find 4 chandeliers at minimum and put them in like corners so they can be spaced evenly without looking awkward. Hey, Lone Wolf Rem. You like the light all the way to the bottom idea? Yes, that's actually been a concept I've been thinking of for quite some time. Like, I really want to bring the light... I want to bring the light inside. Not to quote anybody in particular. Alright, so today, now that we're off that topic, today's build is going to be this leaf of the plaza right here. I want to get this design down so that we can then start repeating this design in the other locations. And I'm just realizing the staircases have not been done yet either. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Well, and then I was doing some thinking, and actually surprisingly for once, I wasn't actually drawing out any ideas. Usually I like to draw designs out. But I was thinking it might be cool to maybe break with the sandstone motif for some of the floor here. And I would actually kind of like to move this. It is now in the way. Shoot. Why did I bring you all the way up here? Why didn't I put you down there where I'm already done? Ah, sheesh. But we'll move this guy out of the way. But I was thinking of making like a giant compass rose here maybe with chert, probably both polished and regular chert. And I would probably chisel it down one voxel so that we don't have the square, beveled edges showing. But a compass rose with like red points in the cardinal directions, and then like either gold, so maybe some more sandstone, some flat sandstone out to here, or maybe some andesite, and then have some kind of like colored circle, or probably more like an octagon that would like run here as sort of a background color that would just fill in wherever the compass points aren't. And so I think I want to try that today. Let's start. Yeah, let's start by moving some stuff. Also, let's start by removing this stupid glider. Someone pointed out that my trouble with the glider, or with the ladder, might have been due to the glider. And I think they're probably right, because I am now looking every direction, and it's not sending me in the way I don't want to go. Let's try this now. Yep. That was it. It's the glider. Okay. Well. That was easy to deduce, I suppose, if painful. We didn't have any problems with that last stream. Blame Tyrant, yeah. That is definitely one for the bug reports, though. Do I have enough space for this stuff? I think I do. I got free dirt, too. Nice. Grass-fed dirt. Alright, so, I think I'm just going to move all of our building stuff right down here. It's not too far. But I want to make sure the floor is clear for building and so we can see what we're doing. Just going to dump you there for now. I think we'll only wear the glider if we're, like, purposely going up to the top to fly off. Gotta move you now. Alright. Oh boy. Here goes. I'm going to just do it row by row because we're pretty close. And you. And maybe I could even go one level deeper and do multiple rows at once. Hey there, Burnzilla. Early for once. Alright. Let's make sure this goes into my inventory in, like, the right order. Oh, yeah. Row of 5, and then 2 more rows of 5. Why am I missing one? Or does this only have 4? No, there shouldn't be just 4, should there? Oh, I see. Whew, okay. Alright. Moving this thing. Once and for all. We'll never move it again, right, guys? Alright, so... Whoops, not you. 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 And you until next stream? Yeah, pretty much. Don't jinx it, yo. Bad luck. This is much faster than the first time, though, at least. Alright, and then the tower comes with us. Moving it once per stream will be like rain in the desert. These I think I can figure out on my own. Hopefully. So you go there, you go there. You're there. Can I just jump on you? We'll build this up this way. There we go. And then you go... there. Nope. There we go. Yeah, so we, once again, we have done up to this level, basically. So it's going to be a little while longer. All right, let's go grab some materials now that we have. Oh, let's put the bed down here, too. Free up, another inventory slot. Hey there, don't call me Surly. Tyron mentioned that 1.22 may feature new mechanical methods. Besides a water wheel, what type of mechanics would you like to see? Animal power. That was easy. Ah, we do have some chert. Alright. No, I can't see. And maybe... so we have claystone too. Why don't we get a few samples? We can try claystone, we can try conglomerate. I'm feeling more claystone for some of the designs up there. And maybe I'll get really wild and have food before I starve. Yes, oh, right. Aha. Okay. So things that normally require crouching work while crouched. I don't know, I'm surprised. I really don't. Let's bring these with us. Let's bring a few tools with us. Let's do... I don't think we want mortar. I want to work with, like, flat stone and polished stone. These designs. So let's grab the rough cut chisel, hammer. I think one chisel is good for now. We'll grab this finishing chisel. We will need this, but not till later. Maybe today. I'm hoping today. And then, is there anything else I want to bring with us? Let's see. More planters. No. I did want to plant some bushes up in that garden, but I don't have them with me, and we're not going to go back to get them right now. Oh, and we will want some of this gravel, too. This is sort of our main road gravel color. And I think we're pretty good. It might be nice. I might do something similar with the crenellations up there, just to give it a, some little bit of a definition that's not just flat. Oh, an andesite. Do I have an andesite block sitting out here? No. Okay. And I have some already up there. That's sand. Ah, here we go. This should probably be plenty. Oh, and some polished sandstone too. Very nice. And you know what? I wasn't really thinking about it, but it might make sense to start using slabs wherever I possibly can. So let me grab the... Ooh. Let's go throw things upstairs and come back down for more stuff. What kind of power? Animal power. Like donkeys or goats or whatever. Alright, tossing this up here. I'm going to lay these out here for acquisition. There we go. And let's go grab a regular chisel. because we will need to break down the polished blocks into slabs using a standard chisel. Hey there, Moors2657. Welcome, welcome. These are imposing. AFK power using Gen 0 chickens. Yeah, you just stand in the middle and they run in circles. I can get behind that. Alright, so... we already have some andesite, we have some sandstone. Let's get both some chert and claystone. There you are, hammer. And let's do let's just do a stack each of, well, let's do a stack of regular, and then we'll have a stack of polished turn into a full stack of polished slabs. I gave my friend 10 puns, hoping that one of them would make him laugh. Sadly, no pun intended. Nightbot. And you people, and the dad joke command. Alright, so that's one stack of that. Let's get one stack of this. Alright, there we go. So then, let's grab our finishing chisel and grab 32 of these. Alright, and then have a stack of these. There we go. Alright, chisels away for now. Well, these chisels at least. Don't... Oh, the eye covering animation's just like, okay. Sure, dude. I do want to make these locked into flat. Same with the slabs I'm about to make. I think for now we'll just turn half of these into slabs, just in case, because they can't go back afterwards. And let's do that. This is enough to start for that. Let's do that for these. Okay. Leave you guys there. And that should be enough for now. For us to start playing with these. Close you. Make all of you horizontal only. There we go. Ancient Tools has a pull cart that's kind of like that. Oh, okay. Oh, for wagons, okay. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, based on some of Tyron's previous posts, I was thinking that wagons and such, oh, I do need these actually, would actually be part of this or a very near future release, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Now, something that I mentioned during last stream that I do want to think about doing is that with this compass rose, I still want to have some room to plant, like, plants, maybe even some smallish trees. Get out of the way. So I had talked about maybe doing some acacia, like just like, I don't know, maybe like one here in each of the corners, or not corners, but you know, each of these orthogonal directions. It's orthogonal, right? Someone dictionary that for me, would you? Just kidding. Don't have to. But I want to have just a little bit of shade here. Not much. I don't want the shade to get in the way of seeing the pattern when you're looking at it from the map. I want to see some of that pattern going on here. So yeah, like a tree here. I could even do like one here and here without disturbing the whole, you know, visual element of it. I could also bring them in a little closer, like maybe stick them like here, so that they then shade the water to keep it from evaporating. That might actually make more sense, now that I'm thinking about it. Orthogonals, right angles. Okay, whatever this off cardinal, the diagonal directions is. That's my English degree burning up right there. So, yeah, I'm thinking we put them a little closer to the tower, now that I think about it. And then maybe we'll do, like... Maybe we'll do just some bushes, or we'll have some kind of water feature out here, too, that's shaded more like with more papyrus, rather than with a tree. Octagonal? I don't know. Diagonal. Diagon Alley. Have you heard about the dangers of campfires in boats? It turns out there have been quite a few boats destroyed. You just can't have your kayak and heat it too. That was a pun setup. That was a pun setup. You smart person, you. Also, hello, Elite Arbor. I'm not sure I said hi to you before. I'm going to make it day so we can see what we're doing here. Also, remind me, in a couple days, we do need to go and harvest the olive trees, because they are, as of waking up shortly here, they'll be about a day out. So I want to make sure we go and get those, just because we do need to make sure our veggies keep coming in. And the olives are going to be kind of our main source of veggie for a while, maybe even forever. Alright, so I'm going to go grab some path. Let's sort the path out. There's that temporal sand again. What is with that? It would be kind of cool if, like, as you're getting closer to temporal storms, if you'd start seeing temporal and rust-colored sand and grit blowing at you in the wind. Well, so the breadfruit, yes, Cosmar, the breadfruit are almost ready. They're about 10 days out. But the breadfruit is fruit, not vegetable. So we need a little bit of both. Because we got red meat and poultry, and then you can only put one fruit in those. You can do 2 veg, but if you do fruit, you can't do more than 1. Which is weird, but I guess... Diagonoctalical. Yeah, that'll be the new word. A very easy to pronounce word for diagonal lines. So what I'm thinking of here is actually maybe let's get the path down first. I'm thinking like a very close, tight path around here. Just for getting from one side to the other if you're like a monk trying to hurry, because you know it's just too much to ask to go through the doorway like this. What if you have to go around? Hush, it makes sense in my mind. And then we do a bit of this and just bring this around like so. I guess this would be for, like, you know, going for a stroll, right? You're going for a stroll. You're not really going anywhere in particular. And then we just have, like, this here to just offset and make a barrier between here and the unfinished stone that borders the water. And we'd probably want to do the same thing on this side, too. Just keeping that pattern the same. Not quite enough. Did I bring? I did not. Wait. I did not bring more. Okay. Hey there, Mia Sashimia. let's just break you down. I'm gonna do all of you. I'm leaning into this one a little bit, I think. It's feeling good already. Let's do some of this and some of that. Oops. There we go. More temporal sand. We'll bring this right up to there for now. And then, as far as the tree, or trees go, since they'll be covered up by the trunk, let's go ahead and just plant them on dirt. And I think that's probably a pretty good spot to do it. So these trees will shade the walkway, so that when the brethren come up here for a spot of afternoon strollage, they don't bake in the sun. Go get some seeds. Maybe we will, you know, there was something I wanted to grab. Bushes. I wanted to get bushes to put here. So let's run back to the Oasis base. Let's grab some of the things that we know we want to plant here. I don't think I have them all here. And then we'll do... I hope this is enough room. Should be. But I want to get the trees growing early because they just take, you know, several days. Yeah, we got to get Brother Solston some shade. Because we don't throw enough shade his way, do we? Certainly not. Alright, so I do have the cypress seeds. We'll grab those. I can definitely see us planting at least a couple of those. Oh, we do have... Oh, those are kapok seeds, not acacia. Kapok's probably a little too grand for here. They're not always big. Like, these are on the small end. But, like, this is a much more average specimen, and they can get bigger from here. So, I think we will leave the kapoks out of the equation for now. You missed the beginning of the project. What's the inspiration? This is a temple with the themes of... well, it's a desert temple, so that's part of the theme. And then we have the themes of sun, water, and knowledge, or light, water, and knowledge. Oh, we have more cypress seeds. Okay. We're good on that for a while. And then I wanted bushes, too. How are we on bushes, and where would I have put them? Oh. Did I... We don't have any bushes, aside from the ones that are planted down there. We could cannibalize those. Like, just to start. Okay. Well, we have 4 red currant bushes, which I could do black or red currant bushes. I do want them to be the same. I'm kind of feeling the black because we're going to have some red colors in there already, and having a bit of, like, dark speckling might not be the worst thing in the world. Are these all black? No, they're black and white currant bushes. And then a random gravestone for whoever died there. We don't have much in the way of bushes at all, do we? Alright, let's go ahead and we're just going to grab these for now. Just the black currant bushes. White currants. Those are all white currants. Wow. So we need to go, at some point, up in this area and keep an eye out for bushes. So we have enough for today, I think. Because we only have the one staircase to work with. So, there is that. The purpose of the build is to give me a nervous breakdown. Yeah. Hey, we have Arato Tia Tuatha. Is that related to the Tuatha De Danann? Tuatha De Danann? That I can't pronounce properly? Too many D's. Hello, first time catching you live after beginning the VODs, or binging the VODs in less time than you'd like to admit. Uh-oh. That's, ooh. How much time is in that? 150, 160 hours or so? That's a lot of binging. But glad to have you here. All right, so bushes. Tree seeds. So bushes back up in here. Yes, they get the desert colors. Yeah, that's all right. It's pretty okay. I do think it's only okay, though. I'm the first person to ever pronounce that correctly. Well, I haven't indulged in quite a while, but I have a particular thing for, like, Fae and, like, Irish and Gaelic lore. So I... yeah. I know the deep magic. Alright, let's go plant these little baby acacia trees. Right, I don't have to hold crouch. Alright, so those will grow up eventually. And as far as what goes in here, I think what we want to do is this area is going to become less gravel, more compass rose. So I'm thinking we sort of cut across here and we'll reclaim this gravel for now. And we might end up making like a little golden ring the whole way around like this. And we'll take this back too. So I think we'll just start with that. Do the compass rose and sand. So I have a bit of reluctance to use sand, or at least too much sand and other gravity-affected blocks, aside from the gravel, because if there's a point where I realize I need to, like, modify the ceiling from below, we're doomed. So I want to have at least a smattering of relatively stable blocks to work with on the surface here. Now, I could go through and chisel them so they're no longer gravity affected. So we'll go through, and if the contrast between like these blocks isn't enough, then I could do sand. We don't have much sand or any sand, like chert sand or claystone or andesite. Now we could get claystone easily here. I'm not sure. There's a little bit of chert sand here. That might even be gravel. There's some on the beaches here. I don't see... Where is the nearest andesite sand? What's that? It might be a... Oh, there should be like a transicator there if we'd been there. I don't know. Alright. Andesite sand. Oh, way up here. Wow. Okay, so we could technically do that. That would be a bit of a hike. Not the worst. So here's some more chert. Okay. So we do have access to all of those. I think I do want to try the stone first, see how it goes. If the stone's not quite distinct enough, then we'll try sand for the lighter shade. Look at all that panning material that I'm using to walk on. If you think gravel's panning material, boy, I have a bridge or two to sell you. Why did this not swap out here? Oh, because it doesn't recognize that it's not a regular slab. Okay. Alright. So we'll start with that. We'll do a bit of this. Reclaim this block. Dump some dirt under there. No one will ever know. We'll kind of start with that. Do it here too. Illegal waste of gravel blocks right here. After all the work I put in getting them, and I did that. Boy. Someone should give this Kurazar guy a talk. Give him a good talking to. I do think that these ashlar will eventually become regular sandstone. Just because I don't like the look of brick inside the water. You feel the gravel is more handy material since sand is good for mortar? It makes sense. Think of all the copper in here. There's at least 15 copper, yeah. I do think that for panning, in the really early game, if you're really stuck finding surface copper, which you, except for a very few stone types, you shouldn't be. Like if you're in bauxite, just start a new world. Just start a new world. If you're in limestone and you don't have any malachite, like I did in my very first Story world, I spawned in a big limestone area that had 0, and I mean 0 malachite. I actually went in creative and flew around for a while at one point, and there's literally no malachite anywhere in the world, or in that like limestone area. I was pretty disappointed. So what ended up happening was I just had to spend hours panning, and I hated it. Alright, so compass rose. Yeah, so since we've done this sandstone, sort of golden ring here, I think I don't want to use sandstone in the rows so much. So what I think I'll do is we're going to find the center here, and I'm going to go get my chert. Only thing you pan is bony soil. Yeah, that's a pretty fair thing to do. I'm of the similar opinion, except for, like I said, if you're really stuck early game and you need just a few bits of copper, and you don't, and it's nighttime, go for it. Dude, pan to your heart's content. If it's daytime, go explore. Go explore, ya lazy runts. All right. Grab you. I am going to just grab you and you, 'cause I think we'll need it anyway. And I am leaning toward claystone for some of these. I'm also thinking that it might be better to do claystone for these shorter bits. So normally a compass rose would have long cardinal directions, long spikes, thorns, is a compass rose after all, in the cardinal directions, and then the diagonals, they would be shorter. We don't have that luxury here because we kind of built this differently to avoid building diagonal stairs, so it was worth it. It was # worth it. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is let's start with claystone on this part, and then we'll use... Actually, no, you know what? Let's do the chert here, because the chert can be a bit overwhelming. And then we'll do the claystone over here, because it will contrast better with the andesite octagon. The antagon. So that's the plan I'm starting with. Not you. I did not grab the claystone slabs. Perfect. Now I did. Now we'll definitely need more of them. Should pan at every opportunity every day of the year. No, I don't know about that one. Alright, so we're going to say that this is going to be the higher contrast side. The other side will be lower contrast, aka regular stone. Like so. And that is in the middle, yes. Okay, it is definitely in the middle. Didn't miscount for once. I mean, I never miscount. And then we'll probably do a 2-to-1 slope. Like so. Let's get off of here. We'll zoom in on the map. Yeah. We'll do it that way. Wait, I said I wanted to do the chert here, didn't I? Oh, me. Now, I guess what we could do, before I go ripping that out, we could try the shirt over on this side, because we do have, we have enough of this part done. Well, everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been CarryOn. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.